Okay, so let's look at the differential amplifier simulation. Okay, I have already made a circuit here, you can see. So this is VDD 15 volt, this is VEE 15 volt, minus 15 volt, you can think of it. This is minus plus, this is plus minus. Then 15k resistors here, R4, R5 and R3, RE1 and RE2 are 1 ohm. Okay, and here I have applied V3, which is DC value is 0, V2 which is varying from minus 0.5 to 0.5 at the step size of 0.01, and sinusoidal this input will come into picture when we will do the transient analysis. Then we have Q1, Q2 NPN transistor whose parameters are defined: beta 100, early voltage 100, saturation current 10 to the power minus 14. So first we are looking at DC analysis. So if this is set to 0, if you will vary this guy from minus 0.5 to plus 0.5 at the step size of 0.01, what will be the current? So quickly I'll run it. Now I'll zoom a bit here. So you can see this is the circuit, and if I'll plot the current, this current as well as this current, so current through R4 is this curve, you can see the name, and the current through R5 is this current. Okay, this curve, color wise you can judge. So you can see as you are increasing the value of V2, that is from minus 0.5 to plus 0.5, the current through R5 is decreasing and R4 is increasing. Okay, so if you have V2 value more than V3, then current will be flowing from this path. If you have V3 greater than V2, then more current will flow through this path. That is the crux of this DC analysis. Okay, the more the value of voltages, the more current will flow through that side. Okay, and similarly you can calculate the voltages as well. So as you increase the voltage, it is going down from 15 to close to 0, and this voltage, if you will see, it is increasing from 0 to 15. Same thing, because of the current change you can judge the voltage also change in same manner. So that is what in DC analysis I want to show. You can do any other analysis if you want in the DC as well. Just if you want to see the current here, voltages, those all things you can see. Now the more important one is the AC analysis, the transient analysis. So I'll comment this guy, I'll uncomment transient analysis. So what we have seen is differential and common mode gain. So first we will see the differential gain. So now this V2 value will be coming into picture, which is sinusoidal signal of 1 millivolt amplitude and 1 kilohertz frequency. Same signal I'll apply, but what we will keep: sinusoidal DC offset is 0, amplitude I'll keep minus 1 millivolt, because first we will look for differential gain. So if you remember, the same input we apply here also, but we keep the amplitude negative. Okay, Vd by 2 minus Vd by 2, if you remember. So I am removing the half parameter, but negative sign is important. Okay, so let's run it and look at the output. So if I'll see here, if I'll zoom a bit, so here you can see, if I'll check the input, this is 0 to 1 millivolt. You can see sinusoidal of amplitude 1 millivolt, and we are running it for 5 cycles, 5 milliseconds, you can see. So here you can see the input, this is input. Another input will be same, but inverted, because we have kept the negative sign here. Now if you look at the output, so I'll click VO1, hold left click and drag to VO2 and leave left click. Then what you will get is, you can see here this curve, it's a differential gain, and this is the VN5, which is this guy. So I'll remove, I'll double click, let's say. So here you can see it is going from 0 to -500 or +500. So the gain is of around 500. Okay, because we have applied the input of 1 millivolt, and the gain we are getting is, differential gain we are getting is of 500, that too -500, because inverted it is. Around 500 millivolt we are getting, -500 gain. If you will look at the unbalanced out, this was balanced output. Okay, so you are looking at the differential gain, balanced output. If you will look at the unbalanced output, you can see it is around 7.90 volt, somewhere around 7.87, and it is going till 65, or you can say it is going till 8.13 something. You can use the cursor if you want. So here you can see the maximum you are getting around 8.13, minimum you are getting, let's keep it 1, cursor 1, cursor 2 I'll keep here, somewhere at here. So you can see the difference is 500, almost 500. So if you will divide by 2, you will get the gain, that is 250, around 250 you are getting. So half of differential gain you are getting in unbalanced output. Similar thing you will get here as well, but it is inverted, non-inverted. Here it was inverted because input is applied, here negative input is applied, hence it is a non-inverted type. Okay, so either here you are applying positive, so you are getting inverted here you are applying negative, means you are getting positive here. The difference of these two will add up, and you are getting 500, -500 gain. Okay, and if you will look at the half or unbalanced output, you will get half of differential gain. So that was about differential gain. Let's look at the common mode gain. So if you look at the common mode gain, so for common mode gain we apply both of them as same input. So I'll remove this negative sign. Now if you remember, for common input, common mode gain, you have differential gain equal to 0, since you are applying the same input, but common mode gain you will get. Okay, so if I'll run it, and if I look at this input, you can see they both are similar. Okay, and if you will look at the differential output, so I'll take differential output, it comes out to be 0 millivolt. But if you will take the single ended output, then you are getting some gain. Okay, so again, if you want to check the with the cursor value, you can check. So the minimum value is around 7.8, let's say. Another cursor I'll keep somewhere here. So maximum you are getting around 7.88 something, and you can see the difference is of microvolt. So if you will divide it by 2, you will get some 450 around something, and it will still be in microvolt. So you can see that common mode gain is very less, of microvolt range. Okay, whereas you were getting a proper gain in the differential side, here you are not getting, in common mode side you are not getting enough gain. And you saw that differential gain was 0, means balanced output was 0, whereas unbalanced output was a finite value. So I hope it gave a proper visualization of differential amplifier, which mostly people get worried about. And if you want to tweak the values of these REs or any of the values, you can tweak actually, and you can get the insight of the circuit by doing the simulation.